going to give each one of you a map of Nashville. It has all the names on it, shows the downtown area. And I just want you to, on this map, identify where your neighborhood is. What are the things that you like about your neighborhood, and what 3 things would you like to see changed?
You guys got it knocked out. You know where it is.
What I want to do now is have you come up, and we'll all put all of your locations on this one map. So we can kind of start to see it in context of how close you live to other people in the room, and also to see how you can make the translation from finding out where you live on that map to finding out where you live on this map.
Charlotte being this main road that comes out.
So the way we're identifying stuff here are those roads, maybe a park, right? Have you looked up there yet?
The reason that we did that exercise is just to start to help you begin the thought process of understanding how to read a map and being able to locate where you are on a map. And these are called figure ground drawings. And basically what that means is it's just white and black. The white space represents, where there's not a black figure, that represents open space, where it's not a building. And the black square that you're seeing, or the circle, that represents a structure. And this is actually what we did at the Design Center when we worked with the community. And we asked the neighborhoods and the neighbors and the residents there, okay, what would you like to see, say, 10 or 20 years in the future? And so what you're seeing here is a representation of a future vision for that community. But what we want to do is just pinpoint where we are right now. So work with your group on that, and we've got a series of questions that each person at your table, the facilitator, whether it's Ron, David, or Jenny, and Mr. Zeitlin is going to be walking around kind of talking to everybody, and also we're going to refer to some of the things that are up on the board too when we're coming out. So with that, we'll let you get started.
It's really about finding your passion, and I think that's the thing I would encourage students to think about. What are they really excited about? Because it's not going to be easy, so you've got to do something you love. I would never advise anybody to pick a career because they think they're going to make a lot of money out of it.
The other thing is that you're going to have what's called a scale. And the scale can get kind of confusing, but the important thing to know is it's just telling you that one small increment is equal to a larger increment.
If you look here, you've gone back to the number street, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By the time you get to 12, you can start to see this grid downtown starts to really break it.
But it means that you can kind of see.
This is where it comes in. There, right. So it's going to be on out.
Okay.
And then
other
Nashville
important things that we
Public
think
Library is here.
Oh, where's the farmer's market?
That building is right there.
Ooh, the farmer's market's over. It's Rosa Park. It's like right there. Yeah.
So, what about the roads? What's the major interstate around here?
One Vanderbilt.
That's the track that says 1908. Joe Jones. Okay, so
It's a track light.
oh, did you know Johnson Street?
A lot of hospitals.
In school, we can spend all day, every day, talking highly about these lofty ideas and researching them, talking about them in a classroom, and that's all well and good, but really it takes something like this to bring everyone together, bring minds together, and then actually do something with it.
I've enjoyed seeing their enthusiasm and kind of helping steer them along the way. A lot of their apprehension with some of the daunting design tasks.
Tend to think that we come from all these different backgrounds and that we may be very different people, but when it boils down, we all want a place that's safe to live with a good neighborhood of friendly people around. We want to be able to get to schools and parks and churches and stores easily without a lot of barriers. And there's a lot of just simple truths, no matter where you're from, what your background is. that we all need to be remembering that these components are critical to our city design.
Figure out how to.
Friends and neighborhoods.
That'd be
Look around and pick people up.
Maybe if it looked more like that.
What type of things do you think you and your peers would want?
Maybe a community center, maybe going, what do you read the news? I think everything should be walking distance. Everything should be walking distance to me.
We started by knocking down Miracle's house and then branching out from there, because she lives near Charlotte. So we found Charlotte, which led us to downtown and then led us to all the major things. We circle like the parks or whatever, Shelby Park.
Well, unfortunately, I wasn't on the map, so they had to add me. Yeah.
As y'all can see, it's a lot of industrial and commercial businesses by the water and the railroad tracks.
We got the fairgrounds, we got Redwood and Houston.
We're gonna kind of leave this stuff up on the wall so you can draw upon that in the activity that we're gonna start this afternoon. It's gonna be zooming into this area right here and working on that as a neighborhood. This is a drawing that was done of Nashville in 1855. Here's the map that's on your table. If we were standing like right here and looking towards downtown, that's the view that we would see here. And what's the only thing you can see really that's recognizable is the state capitol building. We fast forward about 30 years and we have Nashville in the 1880s area. We call that bird's eye view in planning and architecture. Here is the East Bank area in 1908. And here is the same area in 1996. Ultimately, by the end of tomorrow, we should have an actual design that you're willing to, you get up and you present and say, this is what we'd like our area to look like.
We can kind of just do whatever we want. That's what designers do.
So one thing, you could walk 600 feet and not have it feel that far. So like what if, if you had like a store here in the corner, so everybody from this entire 4-block radius could come to the store and that's where they go get groceries or like, that's where they go do their thing.
I like it because I get a chance to design the neighborhood the way I want it. Not other people's way, it's my way.
So what if you have this street? Yeah, and then you have like this roundabout, right?
The interstate is such a barrier here because you have new roads, pedestrian.
Streets, we gonna need streets, so they gonna have bike lanes. Like ain't no room on the street. Parking lots and gravel.
We have the movie theater and then the aquarium. We have like some space in the middle and movie theater complex and food court.
My group came up with like some awesome stuff to put, and like their presentation was very good. I like what they put because they had like Black History and art programs. Like it was very awesome.
Okay, yeah. See, that's great. When you start to represent it.
Remember how we were talking about scaling? How it's one inch equals something?
This gigantic piano sidewalk is gonna be pretty useful.
Like y'all got a lot going on.
That's the horse trail.
Salad bar.
You go, I done. Yeah, it's a salad bar next to the
The
pool.
biggest salad bar in the
So you're gonna be eating on meat.
This green right here, the dotted line is the horse trail.
that comes from Shelby, and it goes all around the park and this little duck pond, and it takes you all throughout the city, so you don't have to take a car or anything. Oh yeah, and we put like a funeral home right here, so we won't forget the people that's passed. And we put a cemetery right here.
Then we have this like amusement area with the we got 2 roller coasters. One is just like a regular roller coaster, and then one that like goes out and over the water, so like you can see it. Then we got this boat. We call it the SS Tennessee Waltz. Like it's just a big cruise ship.
Party boat.
Yeah. The art features we have is musical sidewalk. When you walk on the sidewalk, it's the piano. It plays music. We have the fountain, the Hope Fountain, and we have the murals and sculptures, like the dancing woman. Can we time out? You put our thing upside down. That's why we can't read.
Fine, you can.
Oh, bird, you made birds. We have the botanical garden with the water species at the top. We have the music and art lessons, like right here, the first 3 levels where they teach music for free, and the other half is where people live. Okay, then we have the matchmaking hotel, where people go make their hotel. Yeah, it's a hotel. You know, spend a night with your man, you know. Oh, we got
Talk about the McDonald's birds.
Oh, these my McDonald birds. I made
She traced it over mine.
I didn't like her birds, so I tried to make like McDonald birds.
As you see everywhere, we have a mark for plants and a lot of grass and a lot of trees. You see a lot of green. I mean, this is our entrance, and basically you have buildings, beside buildings. We're very organized, and you can just walk to wherever you want to walk to. You can even walk to the hospital. Somebody just said walk to the hospital.
We also talked about safety. Within the neighborhood, it's more intimate. It's an intimate setting because we have more walkways or more walkways than roads. So safety-wise, since you're walking more, you get to be social and interact with more people than rather being in a car. You drive past people and you don't have that social element. We actually made a walking bridge, which was Miracle's idea. And like, from the walking bridge coming across, you see the public art, so you know, oh, okay, well, I'm going to Chicaneson. We made our city on the 100-year floodplain, so that way this whole area wouldn't get flooded up. So we decided to close off this area for animals and make that the habitat. We have places of worship for every different type of religion, and yeah.
So how did you come to this project?
I actually worked with the Civic Design Center some in the fall. I just moved here from New York City.
Okay.
And I was doing some grant writing for them to try to take this Design Your Neighborhood project and give it a second component, which we called Build It, that took the ideas of design and helped implement it. So the idea is that we'll design a park and then eventually get funding to get it actually built, so the students can see not only the ideas of design and that process, but the results as well. Today we're going to zoom in really close and look at a park scale. So this is a picture of the site, right? Here's the Oasis Center right there. Here's the park along Quinting, and here's Charlotte. Each group is going to design what they think this park should look like. You're going to come up with activities, you're going to come up with different elements like trees and benches and shelters, and you're going to draw those out on your maps.
For people in the park, the noise may be a constraint. Right. So how can we blend those two? Still allow people to see the park from the street, but keep the people in the park from being overwhelmed by the noise of the street. Yeah,
I just don't know how to sound there when you start to have your
Don't know how to do it.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Let's just think about all of the stuff you might want. No, we'll talk about. We've got street trees here. We can talk about, other ways we can buffer the road.
We need to have like inventory.
Are you allowed to put one of these pieces in the middle of the statue?
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that.
Everybody don't please don't.
So the more plants you have in a space, the cooler it is, both because there's more shade, but also because they're cooling by putting moisture into the air. That whole process.
Another thing that's kind of crazy to think about is that the roots for this tree are, no joke, probably as big as the leaves above it.
All right, say tree.
Tree!